don't really know what to say or where to start, but this episode is the first of a new series here at the Find Me in Seattle, and we're going to be doing more diary style vlogs. Welcome to Find Me in Seattle. My name is Connor. I'm the host here at the show. I have hundreds of videos exploring the city, exploring restaurants and attractions, and trying all different types of things. But I haven't done a ton of talking here on the channel, and that's going to be my goal here for 2025. So for those who don't know me, my name is Connor. I started this brand Find Me in Seattle almost 10 years ago, and I had a door-to-door sales job. And that job took me to different neighborhoods every single day around Seattle, and I would sell advertising door-to-door to restaurants and bars and hotels and attractions and shops. Anyone who had a front door, I was entering and seeing if they had a couple bucks to spend advertising on this little printed map that I was selling. And over that time, I started a social media account just to really document for my wife where I was going every day and what I was doing, because what millennial has a door-to-door sales job? And it was a odd experience. But what I would do is I would pull up my camera and I'd say, hey, I'm on 35th Avenue in Fremont. Here are the 5 businesses that I'm going to walk into today. Here's how it went. And I would just tell stories about who I met, who I didn't meet, who was nice and who wasn't nice. And it was just an interesting experience, and that grew from there, and strangers started following me. And eventually the businesses said, Connor, I don't want to buy this advertising on the map, but I am really curious about the social media thing you're doing. Can you help me with that? And so after a bunch of ups and downs with that door-to-door sales job, I started my own business, and I've been a marketing consultant ever since. I've been self-employed ever since. This is now my entering 7th year as an independent business owner and full-time content creator. And so now what the business has evolved to is I make a lot of short form mobile videos with my phone, and I help local businesses around Seattle do the same for their social media platforms. So I work with a lot of real estate agents, I work with a lot of restaurants, I work with tourist attractions and chefs, and I work with arborists, I work with doctors, just anyone who's trying to create new forms of content on their phone, work with me in some type of way. And so here we are. I'm on Pier 66 here in downtown Seattle. It is January 22nd, 2025. Just an incredible day. The sun's shining on my face. And as I move this way, you will see we got Mount Rainier behind me over here. And that's as far as I can go with my camera. Maybe I should have figured that out before. And behind me here is Puget Sound with the sun. Keep going around. For those of you with really good eyes, we got the Olympic Mountains here. And we keep going around. So what the goal here with the channel is going to be is to do more of a diary style. So what Find Me in Seattle has been up to this point are very specific scripted videos about adventures, local businesses, neighborhoods, areas, and then as YouTube Shorts has come out, been more focused on a series called Seattleites You Should Know. And I think I'm going to continue Seattleites You Should Know in the short form, but I haven't seen that is going to be a successful video style for YouTube. I think this needs to be more of a diary style, long form conversation that can kind of go back and forth and talk about a bunch of different topics about me. The question that I've been pondering a ton is, how come Seattle doesn't have a Seattle vlog? There's not a person that has kind of claimed themselves, put the flag in the ground of I'm the Seattle vlog person. I grew up in the Casey Neistat era of YouTube. That's kind of how I started Find Me in Seattle, is I wanted to be a cross section of Casey Neistat and Gary Vee. And still to this point, I've done the Casey Neistat version on short form with YouTube and TikTok, but as far as YouTube goes, I don't feel like someone really has the connection with the city and storytelling and doing different interesting things. And so I still aspire to create that. And so this is going to be the Seattle vlog. So what I'm going to be doing is monologuing, talking a lot about the city and different places, always adventuring to different locations of the city. So right now here at Pier 66, this is looking south to the downtown Seattle skyline. And just absolutely crystal clear, beautiful day here. This is a very popular tourist attraction because you can see the skyline, and it sits up above the street right down here from the other piers and the aquarium, and it's just like a great place to come hang out. You can also see on this side the Space Needle is somewhere here behind me. But yeah, some other things here as far as the goals for the channel go. I am going to diversify from just telling stories about the places in Seattle, and this is more focused about me, Connor, the creator. And so I mentioned earlier in the pod about burnout. I became a father in the summer of 2024, and that has completely changed my business and how I create and what I'm interested in and the stories and things that I'm learning. And so blended in here with the Diary of Seattle are also going to be things about fatherhood. What it's like to raise a child as a millennial in 2025 and the growing pains of raising a baby and all the different things that I've learned and my experiences and things that I've noticed that I want to share about parenthood. Other things that I'm learning on with coming parenthood, been doing a lot of cooking, which normally I've just been doing the eating. And so cooking a lot at home, I think, will be a stage. I'm not necessarily going to talk about cooking, but I think it's going to be a setting that I'm going to be sharing as far as just a place where I'm at a lot. So as I've got thoughts, I'll be sharing there. As we're crossing over this bridge here, I'm still focused on myself, so get you guys back in the shot. This one's actually a better view. But yeah, YouTube is very interesting, isn't it? It's a changing dynamic. I've made hundreds of videos, and some have worked, some have not. I haven't really figured out how to break through, specifically because my niche is about Seattle. And so I've got to find ways to not only incorporate what's important about living here, but do some broader topics that I think could appeal to people in other cities, other states around the world, and just do something a little different. All right, next point, where you see this microphone that's attached to. The yellow backpack is kind of a signature of my videos, and you'll see that pretty much I have some style of yellow backpack on everywhere I go. It's kind of how I got noticed, and I'm sure I've got to tell a story about the yellow backpack here in a future video. But the yellow backpack is kind of an odd story because I was doing that door-to-door sales job, and I was a police officer, like a traffic police officer, was like, hey, nice yellow backpack. And that's the first time I noticed, like, oh, this like stuck out, and people saw the backpack and compliment on it. Then I started hearing from local businesses when I come back and return to a business, the like host, when I'd asked to go see them or talk to the manager, they'd be like, or they go to the manager and they'd be like, hey, the guy with the blonde hair and the yellow backpack's here again. And once again, I saw that the yellow backpack was sticking out as just how people identified me. And now I'm on like my 5th yellow backpack, plus I have like a shoulder, and it seems pretty good. I have no clue how this audio sounds, but this might be a convenient microphone holder for me as we're making all these videos. So overall, how Find Me in Seattle is going to be changing. I'm going to be doing these diary style videos with 3 major pillars of content. We're obviously going to continue talking about the city of Seattle, what it's like to live here, the things to do, the places to go, places to eat, and the people that are most interesting. And then we're going to combine some other pillars of interest and things that I'm doing here in my daily life, obviously that happen in the city, but I've got a home life where I'm a father and a husband, and I've got plenty of musings to share with those experiences, as well as I run this independent social media marketing influencer business where I'm a full-time content creator. That's why I'm doing this. I have a pretty decent following, an engaged following on Instagram and TikTok, but I wanted to do something a little different, a little bit more long form, a little bit more free-flowing and talkative, and so that's why we're here. That's why you're following me, I guess. That's why you're watching this video on YouTube. I'm sure, really hope these are going to get much better. But Welcome to the show. My name is Connor. This is Find Me in Seattle. I'm the guy with the yellow backpack. Let's go for a little adventure.